What's up, light warriors? Welcome back to the channel. So today, there's somebody that needs to know that you are an undercover agent for the universe, for the Most High, for the light. You are an undercover agent. Whoever I'm speaking to, this is like something that within you, you know there's something bigger that you're meant for. Like you could get the feeling that like you can't just be here just to pay bills and survive and repeat the pattern, but you just can't figure out why your life is the way it is or it goes the way it goes. It's like something you know deep down within you is like you are already doing or meant to be doing, but somehow your spirit feels like as you are living day by day in the energy you're in, it is being done. You understand? And it's like, this is not something, it's like spiritually speaking, a lot of us are undercover agents for the universe and for the Most High. Not in a dramatic way like you're walking around announcing it, but it's like you're just hidden in plain sight. It's like in plain sight you are hidden, you're right there. And even for you, you don't consider yourself this. You just see yourself as somebody that is aligned with the Most High of the universe, but don't even understand how you play the role that you're meant to play for the universe. For you, you might think, oh, it's just by being light and love, by being a healer, by being there for people, by being a helper, by being kind, by, giving help. And it's like, there is more that you do just by you being. When your eyes see something, the divine has seen it also. It's like the divine does see everything, but it's like when your eyes see something, it has registered in the agent's book. It's like it's been registered from what your eyes have seen and how your mind is processing it. And it's like this role is like, first you have to come here as a human. You come here first as a human. To whoever I'm speaking to, you are not a human, or you are not of this planet, basically. So first of all, if that doesn't sit well with you, this is probably not your message. This message is probably not for you. You come here first as a human being, and then you forget what you know. But then you have this very deep feeling. You forget what you know and the things that you're used to, but it's like you keep getting these very deep feelings. And then you go through a whole bunch of things that expose you to cruel people, cruel systems, cruel natures. But somehow these things actually shape you. It shapes you by first breaking you and humbling you, and then shapes you into something much more. And that breaking is like making you into somebody that is rid of the things that might hold you back to be who you truly are, which is that undercover agent. And not like having to be out there or feeling like there's something else that you're needing to be because of who you are. Basically to humble you as part of your cover. All that is part of the cover, because it's like when certain specific people or systems look into you or look at your background, there has to be a solid evidence that you are easy target, or that you are somebody that they can roll with, or that you're somebody that they can have in their midst and not be scared of, or that you're somebody that they don't have to be scared of. It's like there's just something about how you come onto this planet that it has to show them that they don't have to be scared of you, that you are safe to manipulate. It's like if you think of like an undercover agent, they have to the people that, if like let's say they have to infiltrate like a gang. They look into them, and their background has to show that they are safe to have amongst them. And this is exactly why you've gone through some of the things that you've gone through. Because being a real light, you can't force it. But the things that you are, the things that you go through allow you to become the type of light that can exist in both spaces, dark and light, while still maintaining your light. So you can exist in dark spaces and not turn dark. Because being an undercover agent, you go into the depth of like some of these rings, and you have to be the person that can maintain who you are. Like imagine being a police, and then you go undercover, and then now you become one of the gang. That's going to be very bad, because you know so many secrets, you have so much access, and now you become one of them. So it's like going through these things is how you become strong in that energy, where it's like you are not going to be turned. You can be in the dark and not become of the darkness. Still maintain your light. You understand? And for this role, it doesn't necessarily mean that you become somebody that is like literally having to fight everything. It's like we all have a specific purpose that we come with. And just our life, just living in the energy we're meant to be living in, being our true authentic self alone, is us carrying out our missions. You understand? It's like blending in. These things allow us to blend in. Helps us to learn the terrain, helps us to understand the systems from the inside, because we have had to experience it also. And then when we make our way into it, this is where the real work starts. Or actually, the real work starts from where the things that we go through. Because when we are broken, or we become broken and we're not able to come back from the things that we go through, we already lose the fight. Our mission is like has already ended even before it began. And all these things, this is what helps us to see clearly. This is what helps us to notice when something feels off. Even when everybody is saying it's normal, when everybody is saying, oh, it's fine, oh, there's nothing wrong with it, it's like you can sense it, you know it, you can feel it. You are able to sense the distortion. You feel when power is being abused, even when everybody loves the person in power. You feel it when the truth is not really 100%, if it's been watered down, you can feel it. When the darkness is like, it's just like this, it looks like it's light, but it's just like there's darkness hiding behind what is supposed to be light. You can see it. And how it comes to, it's like you won't always know how to explain this all the time. It's like you won't always have words for it. You understand? But somehow you just know. It's a feeling that you can't shake. And it gets to the point where you're able to express it, but most of the time you can't even express it. It's like sometimes it goes, you sense it a long time before people come to even see it. You understand? And the way you process these things and how you choose to help, how you choose to go over them, this is how you fulfill your mission. Not knowing exactly what it is, but carrying out what you're being guided to do. That knowing in its own is guidance. You understand? That is like knowing that, I might not understand this fully, but I know my feelings are telling me something. I know my intuition, my discernment. I know the divine is showing me something about the situation. And so you might be like the person that tells people, you need to be mindful of this. You need to be mindful of this person. This thing is not safe. And everybody might look at you like, are you okay? Like, what are you talking about? But you plant that seed that allows people to think for themselves, that removes the veil from the eye of people, you understand? And being the undercover, it's not like you're here to attack people or you're just here to expose things. You're here to bring awareness onto things, to uproot darkness by refusing to participate in the lies, especially the lies that are like subtle and it's like white lies, and people just follow it like, oh, it's nothing. And as a light warrior, a lot of times, how you will need to do it is not by being loud. Because a lot of times, the Most High will not put you in a position where it's like you are, in the beginning, you're like of high status and you have so much resource and so much all this now. So usually it has to be in a subtle way. It has to be in a way that is like a co-creation with spirit. Just like, for instance, having a YouTube channel. You might not be somebody that is like from the richest family where you can do whatever you want and, say whatever you want and get as many people to see it or to raise the awareness. It will usually start in small ways. But those are how you remain undercover undetected. That's how you remain undercover undetected so you can continue to do the work. So by the time something of yours is detected, the seed has already been planted and is sprouting already. Just you being that energy, being that is so dominating. It's like by the time people realize what your energy is about, the light that you need to seed has already been seeded. Just you being a part of things is the disruption that comes with it. Your energy being a part of things helps the disruption to happen. Because your signature remains. Because where you go, your angels go also. So when you are able to enter the room, enter the space, you take your angel guides with you. You take your spirit team with you. When you become this, and it's like, and when you have to, when your cover has to be released, or removed, that is when the real shit goes down. That is when things really that is when shit really goes down. That is when the roof actually caves in. So even as you're doing what you do or being who you are as an undercover agent, there's just this very subtle, gentle energy about it. But it's like in the silence of who you are, the mission is still being accomplished. But when you finally come out, it's like, like a cop, and then, finally, like, it's done, the work is done, and maybe you've been an undercover agent for years, and then now you show yourself, and it's like, yeah, let's really, and then now your whole team comes in, and then they have all the information that they needed. You have so much evidence, and now they come in and they raid the whole place, and then they take everything down. That's how it is. That's how it is. So in some sense, you stay invisible so that you can make things visible. So it's like, if you're playing undercover, when you get the information, you get the evidence, you send it to your team. And then your team puts it down. And then they go through it, and it's like, we need to find, there's a link of this, there's something, and then you go in and then you find it, and then and this is all being done. It's like, this is not even something that, I'm using the word undercover, and it might sound dramatic, but spiritually, this is something that happens like effortless. It's like just you being there. Your spirit is taking note. Your spirit is looking into things. It will be the way you see something. It could be somebody that everybody loves, but when you see, you will notice one part where they look at a child a certain way, or they touch a child a certain way, and then you're like, that's it, busted. You are a pedo. And then you start to create the awareness, or there's something about your energy that starts to create the space for them to expose themselves. And when that exposure is going to happen, you're right there to see to it that it happens. For some of you, it's not even like you're right there to see to it that it happens. It's how you're going to be like, I see how you're touching that kid. Don't act with them. They're like that. They're an underage. Or like you directly be like, no, that's not right. You shouldn't speak like that about children. Or people doing things that are not right, and then it's like it's disguised as goodwill, and it's disguised, and you're like, nope, that is not. And then you bring people's awareness to the fact that if it was goodwill, it would look a certain way, or it would have certain attributes to it, or certain things to it. And if because it isn't, you show them the ways in which it isn't, or the things that make it not. And this role that you play, this person that you are, is such a precious energy. It's such a precious energy because you are like part of the Most High's elite. Ooh, I like this. I think I'm going to put this down as a separate message because I have a flood of messages coming and I can't do a very long recording on this one. But it's like you are part of the Most High's elite. You are part of the Most High's elite guards. You're part of the Most High's elite squad. The takedown squad is what I'm hearing. You go in, you infiltrate, you get the information that is needed, you get all the things, the materials that are needed. 1333 on the timer. You get all the information and the leads and everything that is needed, and you do it in a way where it guides you to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and then when the time comes and you and your team strike, it's a total shutdown. When you strike on somebody that has been creating illusions or creating fear or fear mongering or creating the bad systems, when you shut down on them, when you show up on them, it's a total shutdown. They are never the same again. They are never able to rebuild again. But it all happened in time. It all happened in an aligned or scheduled time, because again, being an undercover agent, so just like how you go through all the hardships that you went through before, now you grow up and that allows you and equips you. Some of the situations you'll be in will be difficult. Some of the places you'll be in will be difficult. It will bring hardship. But that's because, again, undercover. And then when it's done, the bust down happens, and then the Most High moves you to another level, moves you to your comfortable space, moves you to the space where you're more of yourself and you can live good and all those things. And I feel like if you're in that state right now and you're feeling like, oh, why are things so like this and it's so difficult, just know that it's because you are an undercover agent for the Most High, for the universe. And this too will pass. Have a blessed day, guys.